If you click this video, it means you want to know how to grow your natural hair long, strong, and healthy. In this video, I'm going to show you my 5 different major tips that will help you grow your hair long. Also, there's a bonus tip, so make sure you stay tuned till the end of this video. Let's get straight into it. Hey loves, it's Angelica, aka Angiebee, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. After watching this video, if you enjoyed, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. So tip number 1 is trims. Your hair might not be growing because of trims. Now, this works both ways. You are either getting too many trims or you are not trimming your hair enough. I personally trim my hair about twice a year, but if at any point within the year I see that my hair has a lot of split ends, then I'll go ahead and cut them off. I recently cut off about an inch of my hair, so I feel like it looks even much healthier now because of that. So, this is the thing. If you don't cut your split ends, there is no remedy. There's no deep conditioner or expensive thing that's going to put your split ends back together. There's all these split end menders and all these things. Those products are honestly all either to just make your split ends look a little better or to help prevent you from getting any more. But you cannot, the only way to get rid of a split end is to cut it off. So if you look at your ends, you see your ends, you check them out, and the hair at the ends there is split in all those different kinds of split end ways, you have to cut it off. You have to let it go. It is the only way, because it's not going to help you. Once hair splits, the splits continue going up. There is no way from there. So the longer you take to cut the split ends off, the higher the split ends are going, and the more hair you're going to have to cut off eventually, and it's just wasting your time. It's best to just cut it off now and deal with everything later. Your hair will be growing back longer and stronger. And of course, your hair grows from your scalp. So the myth that your hair will grow faster, there's a bird outside my window. It's a myth that your hair is going to grow faster if you cut your ends off, but it will help you retain more length. So it might seem like your hair is growing faster, but your hair grows from your scalp, not from your roots. So cutting the end does not affect how fast it grows, but it will really help you retain. Now, on the part of trimming too much, some people trim their hair every 6 to 8 weeks, but keep in mind that the average person grows about half an inch of hair every month. So if you're cutting it every 6 weeks, most likely your hair is going to be growing half an inch every 2 months, because every time you get new growth, you're cutting it off. So if there's no split ends to cut, you don't need to cut them, which is why you should cut them when you need to, and then you can go for longer periods without having to cut any split ends off. The next reason why your hair might not be growing is because you are too aggressive with your hair. Please don't comb your hair while you're angry. Please do not take it out on your hair. I'm sure everyone has had this experience. You go to the hair salon and you can see hair flying all around, whether it's wet, whether it's dry. It doesn't matter how strong or weak your hair might feel. Please do not be aggressive. Don't just comb it from the roots and comb it up. Always comb your hair from roots to tip. Never comb it dry. Always make sure there's some product in it, whether it's oil, conditioner, leave-in, whatever. Just make sure that you're very gentle with your hair. You do not want to cause breakage, because your hair might be growing really fast, but because of the way you comb it, you might be losing so much hair because you're just breaking it off as you're combing it. So it grows, you break it, it grows, you break it. So please do not be aggressive with your hair. Be very gentle. Your hair will love you back if you love it. Third reason why your hair might not be growing, and a way that you can make sure your hair grows longer and stronger, is to stop overprotective styling. Protective styling is self-explanatory. It helps you protect your hair. It makes your hair be safe. It tucks your ends away most of the time, so you don't have to worry about your hair. You just know it's in a protective style, everything's cool. But if you overdo it, it can have the reverse effect. Let's say your protective style of choice is box braids. So you get nice big pieces of hair. You don't get any tiny pieces. You don't braid your edges. Your braids are nice and soft. They're not too tight. Everything is perfect. But then you do those box braids, you take them out, wash your hair on the same day, do the box braids again. Or another protective style, take out the box braids, do cornrows. After the cornrows, wash your hair, same day, you go and do a weave. After the weave, go back, you need a 2-week break at least between every single protective style, and don't keep doing the same protective style over and over and over again, because it might damage your hair if your hair is in a certain way all the time. Now, for things like box braids, I think it's not that bad, provided you have a 2 week window in between, because like your hair is kind of going in all directions. But let's say you're doing cornrows and you like to do them like a certain way, going maybe not like just all back, a certain way. Maybe like you make a line here and they go that way, and every single time you do that, you might start causing like a bald patch in an area because you keep braiding the hair in the same place, and everywhere where there's shedding, there might be a little bit more shedding in every single place where you do it in that direction. So make sure you switch up your protective styles. Also, bunning is a really good protective style, but if you do a bun in the same place every time, you might start to see breakage in that area. So maybe one day you can do a top knot, you can do one at the back, sort of in the middle of your head, or also just have days where you can just leave your hair out. So please, please, do not overprotective style, but do it enough to protect your hair. Tip number 4, you don't moisturize it. Now, moisturizing your hair is another thing like cutting off the split ends. It won't make your hair grow per se, but it will make your hair not break, which makes it get longer, okay? So we're still going somewhere here. So whenever you have time, at least 2 to 3 times a week, whether your hair is in a protective style or not, make sure you moisturize your hair. So use your favorite moisturizer or leave-in conditioner, follow it up with an oil or whatever method you use to moisturize your hair. Make sure your hair is never dry, because when your hair is dry, it gets brittle. When it's brittle, it breaks off, and lots of breakage equals lots of split ends, equals you need to trim your hair, and now it's short again. So make sure you always moisturize your hair. And a big issue is that when your hair is in protective styles, you think, oh, my hair it's in a protective style. If you're wearing like a wig or braids, you can't really see your hair, so you forget that your hair is actually there, and then you don't moisturize it, and then it causes dryness and breakage. So always, always, always moisturize your hair. One of the most important, but wait, we still have a bonus. So make sure you stay tuned till the end. So for our 5th point for why your hair might not be growing, it is because you're not patient. I know probably every single video you've come across, if you've watched other videos apart from this one about growing your hair, this is one of the number 1 tips. There's just no way around it. You have to be patient. You can try all these different things like rice water. Speaking of rice water, I do have a playlist. I'll link it in the up there with all my different videos. I did a 10-day rice water challenge where I got like about an inch of hair growth in 10 days. I do videos on how to make the rice water and all that kind of thing. So if you want to see that, everything will be linked there and also in the description box below. But that being said, there's so many different challenges, the greenhouse method, the what. You can try all those things, but if you're not patient, you will not see results. Just have to trust that if you're focusing on the health of your hair, the length will come. So moisturize your hair. Do not do overprotective styling. Do not get a measuring tape. I have no idea what the length of my hair is like by a tape. I'll just like maybe do this and be like, oh, okay, so it's about here now. Okay, so please, please, please just be patient. Your hair will grow. Every single day your hair is growing. This will apply whether your hair is relaxed or natural or color treated. There is no one whose hair doesn't grow. If you ever had a relaxer, you would know your hair might have been at the same length for a long time or something, but every time you needed a new relaxer, it's because there was new growth. So obviously your hair is growing. It is always, always growing. It's just that the rate differs for different people depending on your genetics, depending on how often you're trimming it, depending on whether it's hot or cold. Hair usually grows much faster in the warmer months because it's just a more conducive weather for your hair to grow. So there's many different factors that go into it, but at the end of the day, everyone is different, but everybody's hair grows, okay? Your hair is growing. Just be patient, pay attention, love it, care for it, and your hair will grow. Okay, the bonus tip is your diet. Now, this is not something you're putting on your hair or taking out of your hair or stopping to do to your hair. This is something about your body, and this plays a big role in your hair growth. If you aren't healthy or you've ever seen anyone who's really sick, their hair might start to fall out or get extremely thin, or you see that when people are pregnant and they're taking like prenatal vitamins and they're forced to eat right and they can't drink alcohol and they can't do all these things. Now, I'm not saying you need to stop doing that. I'm just saying usually you see that their hair grows so much and stuff because they have so much nutrients in their body. So make sure you're eating right, you're working out, and if you need any supplements, if you're vegan or vegetarian or you're just a picky eater, aka myself. There's so much food that I can't eat. I always make sure I try to supplement what I can't eat, but also remember that supplements cannot replace your food. So try to eat as healthy as you can, and if you can't do any more than what you're doing, try and supplement it. I will link my favorite supplements in the description box below. I take the Vita Fusion gummies. I hate tablets. I do not like to chew anything. I do not like to swallow any unnecessary tablets. If there's a chewable version of anything, that's what I'm gonna take. They have two different types. I take the vitamin C and the regular multivitamin, or multivitamin for women. You can take a hair, skin, and nails one, but I feel like there's not much of a difference. I've never tried Hairfinity or Hair Burst or anything like that, just because they're quite expensive. And I mean, I'd be willing to try them, like if they had a sample, like a 1 month sample, but I don't know if I would buy it because, you know, it's just supplements. You can get all that. And occasionally I'll take biotin because it helps with hair, skin, and nails. This is the only one I have with me here. It's the natural biotin. This is the 5000 mcg. By the way, this video is not sponsored by anyone. Everything I used in this video is purchased by myself, but everything will be linked in the description box below because I buy almost everything from Amazon. I just wanted to say biotin has not contributed to my hair growth because since I did the big chop, I haven't been taking it, and the reason why is because I haven't been drinking as much water as I can. And if you guys know, if you don't drink enough water with biotin, then you get breakouts. So that's why I'm probably gonna start again. If you guys would like me to document like maybe 1 month with biotin or something, let me know and I'll definitely make that video. But that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you didn't subscribe in the beginning and you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more content from me, please hit the subscribe button. It is linked right down there. Again, subscription is free. Hit the bell icon so you get notifications on time. Follow me on my social media if you're interested in what I'm doing when I'm not on here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to leave comments and suggestions in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video.